How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time that you decide to spend it with me today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ivana. Thank you, Leset, Yevgeny. Thank you, Sanasan. I hope I'm saying Mylen. How are you? From Tampa, Florida. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm glad. Today we are going to talk about Jenny verse. Thank you. We are going to talk about happiness. Are you ready? Are you happy? I would love to hear all your excuses not to be, because really, I'm going to tell you, they are all excuses. You just have to realize it. Yasenka. Movie recommendation. You were in the Spanish one, Matter of Life and Death. David Niven. Okay. I hope my people can take. I'm gonna write it down later. I don't know if I can copy the thing. Okay. Thank you, Yasenka. Or if you can send it to me to support, would you? I was I was telling in my Spanish thing. Thank you so much. Um, Usually when I'm home in LA, like I am right now, I try to do a movie session with my Spanish members, and we watch a movie together. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Okay, so I have it, Yasenka. Thank you. Um, so like an extra bonus, yeah, we watch a movie together, we analyze it, special movies that have a message and inspiration and things that sometimes you don't realize. So, we just comment, the things that we notice, the things that we realized, or things like that in the movie, and it gets to be very interesting. So anyway, again, thank you so much for being here. Yes, we do have membership also for the English speakers. And I'm going to put it here. Let's see. If you want to know more, mabelkatz.com/member. And we do have a library there with videos. And we have daily inspirational cards. And we have inspirational audios, weekly inspirational audios, and we have great discounts, and the forum that for me is one of the most important assets. That forum that cleans as soon as you post. As soon as you do a cleaning request or something. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much again for being here. I'm gonna start with the I am the I. If you want to say with me, or you want to close your eyes, if you are in a safe place. I am the I. I come forth from the void into light. I am the breath that nurtures life. I am that emptiness, that hollowness beyond all consciousness. The I, the id, the all. I draw my bow of rainbows across the waters, the continuum of minds with matters. I am the incoming and outgoing of breath, the invisible, untouchable breath, the undefinable atom of creation. I am the I. And sometimes I tell you, I recite the I am the I as I'm walking to get on the plane, and a thought comes in the moment of a name, so I know it's the name of the plane. And then I teach the plane, how to do the cleaning and etc. There are a lot of stories about this that I'm sure you heard in other videos too about it. But again, thank you so much, and I would love if you tell me what your excuses are for not being happy right now. Thank you, Lesit. So your son is there with you? Wonderful. So nobody's gonna tell me, why you are not happy, why you think you are not happy. What is it? Okay, Rita, thank you. Rita says I was in the Spanish one and it was great. Okay, not allowed to be happier. Okay, Jennifer's not allowed to be happier than the rest of your family. Okay, like you are saying that you feel guilty, Jenny, because if you're happy and everybody's suffering around you or something, if I understand correctly. Um, so very, very, very important. You can show them that they can be happy too. Yeah. No, you don't have to be miserable because other people are miserable, because we all have free choice. Yes. And if you choose just to, to be unhappy, it's your problem. But no, you are not responsible. I mean, you are responsible for whatever is in you, but you are responsible to erase it in you. But you cannot determine what other people choose. So please give yourself the permission. Yeah. They don't like it. Yeah, Jenny, put some distance, please. But don't delay your happiness. Don't let go, please. Yeah, it causes guilt. Forget it. The guilt, you say guilt. I have a lot of things to do. Because you owe it to the world. It's not to your family. You owe it to your world. And the thing is, when we change, everything changes. And maybe you are giving them. Don't feel guilty, please. I understand what you are saying and it hurts. Just reading it, please. Okay? A lot of people will not like a lot of things about you, but you just have to be yourself. Give them the gift to be yourself. Show them they can be happy too. Okay, the other thing is, yeah, Marina, we complicate things. Yeah, we are very complicated people. Because like I told you that I heard, in this multi-theater that we have, or the radio that we have, we make things even worse than they are. I think I read something here like having problems. And guess what? We are always going to have problems. Actually, I'm gonna read you something about it. So it doesn't, it doesn't have to do anything with that. I don't have good relationship with my daughters, and I don't feel good because of that. But Violet, if or Violeta, if you are happy, your children will change too. It's the best gift you can give them, to show them that you are happy. We owe them to be happy mothers, happy fathers, and things like that. And I mean, it's so important. So, so, so important. And really, everything changes when you change. Um, Tora, hi Tora, says, Mabel, I was afraid because the creek was full and I was afraid my house would be flooded. Now I'm accepting whatever happens. Okay, Tora, we clean. We clean, knowing that you are always at the right place at the right time, always protected. When we get into situations of fear, doubt, confusion, or whatever, just clean. I let go and trust. I let go and trust. I let go and trust. Thank you. I love you. The 4 phrases, light switch. I am the I. Whatever comes to you, because you have to know in those moments you are always protected. You are always guided. You are giving permission, okay, to be protected and guided. And we clean. I understand the feeling. Um, Marina says, I have things to be happy, but the things looks difficult. No, they are only difficult, Marina, if you say they are difficult. Okay? It's very important that we realize that we are determining what's difficult and what is easy, what is good and what is bad. Please. Yeah, Mylen, we clean light switch. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna see here if I miss anything. Recommendation. When we have problems, Sharon said that when we have problems, and really, we are always going to have problems, so we need to. I feel that my daughters react worse when I'm good. Don't care. It's the same thing with Jenny. You can be friends and cheer each other. No matter what, you are happy. Okay, no matter what, you put yourself first. No, it's their problem, it's not yours. And I know it's easy to say, but do not allow it. Remember your children, your family. Okay, you have agreements with them. They are playing the role that you ask them to play for you, to heal, to make amends, to correct. Don't engage with the things, because those things had nothing to do with what is happening right now. They are all memories replaying from other lifetimes. And this is the time that you have. And if you help yourself, you can help them. Dan says, I think I'm not happy because I chose the wrong career. I love drawing, but I tried to teach English like my brother. Now I'm 39 and couldn't become a teacher either. Dan, you're too young to say that. You have plenty of time. Well, even if you are 69, you have plenty of time and you can do it. Please, 39, it hurts that you say something like that. You can change now. Start parallel. Whatever you are doing, start doing the portrait, start painting, start doing. Don't find excuses. Okay, you chose the wrong career. Okay, now you choose again. And I'm not saying you have to let go completely of the wrong career. Start doing, what you love, parallel of what you are doing now. And it's going to open up, because if you came to do that, the doors will open for you. Please, please, okay? I woke up around 40, okay? So I know, and when young people tells me, I say, no, you can be happy now. Choose better now. Okay. Problem is the opportunity to clean. Exactly. Sometimes I get upset with my husband, and my son Santiago tells me that then why do I do Ho'oponopono? Yeah, we all do our best. Tell your son we all do our best. Yeah, there are things that sometimes we cannot, avoid. But as soon as we can, let's go back to the cleaning, please. Jenny says, I'm starting to retrain alongside my job, same kind of age. Okay, Jenny. So, Jenny, you need to talk to who was it? That had the problem with this. And well, Jenny, you have to connect with them regarding careers and regarding family having a problem with you being happy. Who was that? Okay, well, you look in the chat, okay? While I do what I have to do, Jenny. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Zero frequency. How many of you read it? Um, the thing about my books, first of all, as you know, I'm not a writer, so I want to give you permission to write your own book. If you have that in your heart, yeah, and you are waiting for something to happen, because I have to take the training, I have to have the degree or something like that, forget it, okay? And the thing that I find when I go back to my own books, and I read, I wouldn't change anything of what I said. Not even, well, zero frequency was the last one in English, but even when I read from the easiest way, or my reflections on Ho'oponopono, you know that I wrote them so long ago, and I wouldn't change anything. So it feels good, and it is because I write from my heart. You understand? So, and you can do the same thing. Okay, I'm giving you permission. Okay, so I chose two parts here. The zero frequency book has different chapters. Like, I'm gonna read you today from the journey back to yourself, but also has how your mind really works, practice responsibility, practice letting go. I think it's practice patience, practice peace, and different things. Practice, practice, practice. Practice innocence. Okay, practice responsibility. Okay, interesting book. I recommend it. Okay, so I chose, first I'm gonna drink some water, but first I chose something to read to you, and then I'm gonna share a testimonial, because that I share in this book. I didn't uh, remember that I put that. But when I read, I like, because zero frequency, I tell a lot of um experiences on my own. Yes, that's all I share with you, my own experience, what made me happier, what helped me, to come to find out what my passion was. I didn't know. Okay. The Okay, so within the journey back to yourself, there is a part that says when everything is right and perfect. It says now is the time to realize that being yourself is the key to everything that is right, that and perfect for you. You do not and cannot know what this is. The way to find out is to return to yourself, to zero, and give permission to the part in you that knows to show you. This does not mean you will live life without problems. Oops. Many believe the correct definition of happiness is a life without problems. However, that is not true. Life is and will always be about problems because without challenges, there would be no opportunities for us to grow. Life would be so boring without problems. We are here to evolve, to change, and grow. We are here to learn from our experiences, to find the blessings behind every challenge, and to rediscover our true identity. The only way for us to do this is to let go and let God. We must give permission to the part in us that created us, and that knows better than anyone else does what is right for us. The universe is simply waiting for us. So wake up, open the door, let go, so that you can turn back into zero frequency and return to being your true self. My own life changed dramatically once I began making the journey back to myself. I felt free for the first time in my life. This is me because it's my book. Accepting the truth that I'm 100% responsible for everything that happens in my own experience. Before that, like all of us, I was hopelessly at sea, creating my own mess reality and didn't even know it. Like you, I tried to convince myself that I was in control, while the truth was exactly the opposite. When I met my teacher, Dr. Ija Liakala, I woke up and began the journey back to myself, discovering that my happiness and my freedom did not depend upon anyone or anything outside myself. When this happened, I began to feel lighter, happier, and more content, and I had believed possible. I realized that I didn't need to be perfect. This is a big one, okay? The need to be perfect. That makes us miserable, okay? We don't have to. That was a big one for me. Always trying to be a perfect mother and wife, or even worse, the perfect accountant. You know what the pressure was? A tax accountant that I had to know the tax law from start to finish. Crazy. The pressure that I live. And here I tell you, talk about impossible. None of us is perfect, not in the sense that we understand the idea. We are all utterly unique. Remember, we have unique fingerprints, we say in English. Okay? We are unique, only us. Each one of us born with our own gifts and talents, and with a purpose no one else on earth came here to fulfill. No one else on this planet can do what you can do, precisely the way that you do it. This is important. I hope you are listening. Please know there is a part in you that is perfect and knows everything. You are a special child of God. When I realized I was okay just the way I was, and I didn't need to be perfect in the eyes of the world, I went to the partners at the CPA office where I used to work and told them I would not be doing any more tax research anymore for them anymore. They were surprised and asked why, telling me I had done amazing work in the past. I explained that although I could do it, yeah, tax research was not one of my unique talents. And surely there were others in the office naturally good at precisely that job, who would probably be far more expeditious than I was. So this was so important because again, that pressure that I put on myself, I had to do it all. I have to know it all. I have to do it all perfect. I have to be perfect in the eyes of the other people. Yeah. Or sometimes, the pressure on our own. But when I started trusting myself, when I started believing in myself, I says, wait a minute. Why do I have to put so much pressure on myself on something? Yes, I know I can do it. Yes, we can have all uh, great grades in school in all the subjects, but at what price? Because we cannot be good at everything. So we all went through that, yeah, of having good grades on everything, being perfect. No way. That put a lot of pressure, a lot of tension, a lot of exhaustion, stress. Amazing. And we are still playing that game, yeah? So that was, and really, I didn't do any more because I believe in myself. And I said, I don't have to be good on everything. Give me the things. I used to tell them, I can prepare tax returns. That's my specialty. That's, I'm effective, I'm productive, I'm good at it. I get the work done, you know, uh, I get good results and things like that. I said, I'm not doing any more, but I had to believe in myself to say it, because before I needed them to see me as perfect or as good at everything. No, I was not. And I only knew the pressure that I put on myself because of trying to do everything like I could. Okay, so you see, I was best at preparing taxes, accounting, and meeting a deadline. I could also solve problems and accomplish more in less time than others could. However, when it came to tax research, others were far better than I was. But I had to dare to say it and to put my limits, my boundaries. I said, no, give it to somebody else that is good at that enjoys it, that have fun with it, that can do it in less time than me. We each have our unique talents and are natural gifted in certain areas where we can surpass. There are certain areas where we can surpass others. It is good to recognize this. When I got back to being myself, my unique gift became crystal clear to me. So many years ago, I took a seminar where I was asked the question, what would you be doing even if you were not paid to do it because you loved it and it gave you satisfaction? This is the question that I always ask you. What is it that you would do even if you don't get paid? And yes, sometimes we have to do it parallel to whatever. I didn't let go of my tax career right away. My tax career really paid for a lot of the investment that I did in this new one. Yeah, being able to travel with Dr. Ihaliakala, being able to take so many seminars with him, and things like that, because yes, I pay for them. Okay. And I didn't even know that I was going to do this because I always made very good money and I always had work in Argentina and in US as an accountant. So it didn't even pass my mind to change careers. I always tell you, I was looking for peace, happiness, and freedom in my personal life because I thought that's the one that didn't work. Okay. So I always ask you that because that was uh, in the moment that I realized how important it is to do what you love. And yes, sometimes the excuse is, oh yeah, but I cannot make a living. Excuse me, the the universe will show you how you are gonna make a living from what you came to do. Okay, you be sure that you believe in yourself, that you go for your dreams and everything. And again, you don't have to because in Medellin, somebody raised their hand and says, "Yeah, I have some friends that were not happy with where the job they were at, and I recommended if you're not happy, let go. Trust." And I said, "Ooh, okay, wait a minute." Because if you let go and now you are in fear, the fear will not help you to develop what you really want to do. You're not gonna trust. You're gonna be your own obstacle in your own life. So it's not that like let go of everything you don't like or anything. Okay, it's a process, it's a preparation. Yeah, like for example, I was preparing for something that I wasn't even aware that I was preparing for something. I mean, every time I took the seminar, I felt more at peace. I thought I saw things moving. I was happier. And I wasn't even doing it for this. So the universe knows better what you came to do. You just have to connect with that. Be open. Open your mind to the possibilities. Stop the limiting thoughts that you cannot do it. Okay? Or that is too late. That's a no-no. Okay. At that time, I was committed to my work of accounting and tax preparation when I was asked that question, but I wasn't truly happy. I wasn't living my passion. I answered, I would travel the world sharing with others what had helped me. And at that time, it was totally ridiculous. A tax accountant traveling the world sharing with others what had helped me. So if right now something comes and says, oh, this is what I would love to do, write it down because maybe it is ridiculous today, but you might be surprised. Definitely, there is a part of us that knows. As I shared earlier, some years later, I left my accounting practice to do exactly that. I was finally trusting and living my soul's purpose because that's very important to be happy too. But just being open, you know, and alert to the signs, yeah, because the universe always um, observing you. So definitely, if you say, I cannot do this, guess what? The universe will not get out of their way to show you that, yes, you can. You have to really believe it. You really have to put yourself on the line, get out of your comfort zone, feel the fear, do it anyway. And believe me, the universe will be there for you, always. I was finally trusting and living my soul's purpose. All the self-help training I had taken for myself, for my own growth. I never took any training with the thought that I wanted to teach or even change careers. I just started promoting and organizing for teachers whose training had made a profound difference in my life. Yeah, that also made me very happy. I went into the business of promoting teachers because I would take a training, when I woke up, like I said, when I started taking trainings, seminars, when the spirituality opened up in my life. And if somebody, I went to a seminar that helped me, I would invite the person, to come to, and do something in LA that I would organize and I would promote. And that's how I started with Ho'oponopono too. I went to Ihaliakal and I says, would you like to come to LA? And well, that's a long story. Okay, so One thing that I want to tell you, because we started looking for classes for you to continue with the theme, because I always choose a theme, for the lives. And some people said, "Oh, I would like, why don't we do it longer?" Or why, yeah, or maybe you have questions or things like that. So there is a class that I did, yeah, for my members, that the title is "Living Harmony," okay, and has to do a lot with happiness. So we chose that one to offer it at only $10 US dollars. And so you can have it today for $10 only. And I highly recommend it, because it will be continue. If you feel there is something in this theme that calls you, or there is something else for you to go deeper or something like that, I highly recommend. The class is Living Harmony, and you can find it in mabelkatz.com/happiness. Okay, mabelkatz.com/happiness. Okay, so remember I told you I wanted to share a testimonial. This is a testimonial that even today, after many years, because this woman came to a training in Argentina many years ago. Some of you probably heard this. Uh, Many years ago, I used to share it in every Ho'oponopono training, because, and I'm going to tell you after I read it. Yeah, but I always also get emotional about it. And I will explain why it is for me emotional. Okay. Um, this is in the chapter of practice letting go. As you can see, I also have a lot of notes here and marks in my own books. But this one is practice letting go, and in the chapter practice letting go, and the section is would you rather win or be happy? Many people write to me to share the impact of practicing living at zero frequency. One of my favorite testimonials came from Guillermina, who had been in the process of getting divorced. Her soon to be ex husband had refused to meet with her or speak with her, and so the process was repeatedly delayed. Guillermina wrote, I had my divorce hearing today. The judge explained that since the parties did not agree, she would reschedule the hearing for September. Without thinking, I spoke up and said, Your Honor, do you think I can wait until September simply because this man does not want to communicate with me? Please listen to what I have to say. I don't have until September to be happy. I claim my happiness today. I just want to let go and trust today. The judge looked at me surprised. I wasn't sure if she really understood anything of what I was saying. Understand that Guillermina had not planned to say that. Okay? She didn't go, like to the hearing, like, I'm going to say this and I'm going to claim this or anything. Okay? It was spontaneous. That means inspiration. Had no plan to say what she said or anything at all. If she had thought about it beforehand or second guessed herself when she got the impulse, she may not have raised her concerns at all. A few moments passed, and then the judge instructed the other attorney to bring her ex forward, because even if he didn't want to speak with her, he would have to at least listen to her when she spoke. Guillermina wrote, He came in like a rat with his head down. I started talking. I believe that I said what was perfect and correct. However, my ex did not accept any of my petitions. Still, my only response was, Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My attorney wanted to defend me to get my ex to change his mind. But I told her, Can you be quiet? Everything is perfect and correct. I am letting go. I knew that God was there guiding everything. In the end, Guillermina was granted her divorce, but her ex got everything he wanted. Technically, she lost. She lost her case because she did not get the result she had been fighting for. Still, she agreed to everything and did not resist. In her testimonial, she wrote, I had the joy of telling my ex, you won. I reflected on my life and I thought, what do we take when we die? Nothing, nothing at all. Even though in his eyes and in the eyes of the law, he won, it's not about winning or losing. It is about having peace. And today, God gave that to me on a platter. When the hearing was over, that's the part that really gets to me. First of all, what do we take? What are we fighting for? What is important? And when we put peace and we put happiness first, everything else just comes. Everything else gets added. When the hearing was over, Guillermina greeted her ex-attorneys with a hug and said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Her own attorney was still not over the shock of the judge changing her mind about moving the hearing to September because her lawyer was like, what's going on? The judge says we see each other in September, and now she changes and she calls the other attorney and says, bring him here, and he needs to listen to her. No, nobody understood anything. And when Guillermina saw her ex one last time, she said, don't get close to me. I'm done. This is the end. Then the lawyer said to her, it's too bad you couldn't greet him and at the end. Too bad for you, Guillermina said. It's the first time in 24 years and 4 months that I said to him, I'm done. Thank you. At the end, Guillermina wrote to me, today I spend the day crying, but with the certainty that God squeezes, but that does not strangle. Ay, ay, ay. And I'm still, because this is really important, guys. What are you fighting for? What are you telling yourself? What is right? Because maybe you are missing. Okay, today I have Kleenex here. um Again, what is important. The- question yourself. What are you putting first? What are you choosing? And things like that. Okay, anyway, I think it's time for the breathing. Let's do the breathing high. Breathing high is another cleaning tool. Ho'oponopono cleaning tool, and all we do is breathe and count. Okay, so if you don't know, I'll tell you. We put our uh, back straight, feet on the floor. We put these three fingers together, okay, and then we open and interlock the two hands, yes, and we form the infinity sign. We put it on our legs or whatever is comfortable for you, and basically we inhale and exhale through the nose, and all we have to do is count and breathe. So we inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one time. We do that 7 times. We do it. If you are in a safe place, you can close your eyes. Thank you, guys. Baja Girl 302. Blueprint. Live yourself. What's not to love? By whose standards and definitions? God loves us just the way we are. Maybe some tweaking to do. Thank you. Lesit says, when I was little, I always wanted to be a chef. My mom told me that this was not a career, that I was confused after a lot of problems because I didn't want to study. She understood and let me study. He says that I said I will travel the world and speak many languages. Ha ha ha. Now I travel but no longer cook. I have party favors and love it. And yes, travel a lot and I'm studying French. All right, let's it. Okay. She can receive radiotherapy. Okay, I don't want to start in the Argentina. Thank you. Forgive, says Dorica. Really resistant, choose to be happy. Exactly. Stop resisting. Good advice. Um, so, mabelkatz.com/happiness, the class that we chose for you that I did for my members. Maybe if you want to go a little bit deeper, if you want to hear more about, how to live in harmony and happier. And today is only $10. Okay, that's one. Um, what else? Oh, the class for this month, because that's a live class. You can ask me questions live, or you can send them, or you can talk to me in those classes. We do it via Zoom. And you can also send your questions via chat there, or you can send them before the class. The class gets recorded and you get the recording after. If you cannot be live, or if you want to listen or watch it again. We have new products in the store. If you go to mabelkatz.com and go to the store, you are going to find sweatshirts and t-shirts and mugs and things like that, coffee cups. And, another way of cleaning, another way of reminding us to choose to be happy. Yes, to do the cleaning, to erase everything that is not working for us. The live events that I have, they are all in Spanish, but remember, you can still participate in absentee if you participated in a Ho'oponopono training before. What else? We have an affiliates program. We have the membership program. So, there are plenty. If you have questions, you can always write to us to support@mabelkatz.com. Okay. And I want to show you, because now we play with QRs. Okay. So I'm gonna show you if this is easier for you, happiness, harmony, and more. That's the class that we are offering, yes, at $10 today. So for the Facebook and YouTube people, because Instagram cannot see it, but we do have now a QR for that. We have a QR also for the store. I was telling you, okay, if you want to see the t-shirts, the coffee cups and sweatshirts and things like that. But for Instagrammers, you go to mabelkatz.com store. Like I said before, okay, so I think that's it. And if you want to know more about the affiliates, mabelkatz.com/affiliates. Remember that if somebody buys something with your personalized link, and then they buy something else, or they keep renewing, their membership or things like that, it's like passive income to you. And again, if you want to participate, I tell you I do this monthly class. Usually it's the last week of the month. And this time, I think it's going to be on the 29th, if I remember correctly. I usually do it at 12 p.m. Los Angeles time, 9 p.m. in Europe. And you can go to mabelkatz.com/member, and you will see all the resources. There are great discounts, um, daily inspirational cards, weekly audios, a great library with a lot of videos and things. And we keep adding each month from different seminars and things like that, so that you can have more tools and etc. So what I wanted to say, the theme for of this month, because I always choose a theme, it will be uh, how does shame affect relationships. I found something really interesting. One of my members asked me, could you talk about relationships in one of these classes? And I said, okay, what can I talk about relationships that I didn't talk before? And really, I found this as a very interesting thing, how shame affects us in relationships. I think affects us in everything, yes, but very interesting. So again, it will be 12 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, Wednesday, the 29th of this month. But next month, hopefully you are in my mailing list. If not, go to mabelkatz.com, go to gifts, because when you sign up for the free newsletter that we usually send weekly, um, you get gifts too. You can get the what's it called? Uh, you can get parts of my books, audios, and things like that. Okay. So anyway, the information will come up this week in social media, and it will also in the newsletters. You will have more information. I just want to ask you, if you got anything from today, that you give it a like, that you comment, that you share. It's a work that we both do, yeah, that we really do together in order to get to more people. It's so important to wake up people that, in the times that we are living, yes. And the common denominator in my seminars, when people comes, they always tells me, I was going through such and such, and one of your videos show up. I was having this problem, and your video show up. I was about to commit, and your video show up. So you never know how many lives you could be saving or changing, or again waking up people. So if you help me with your like, I will really appreciate it. Share, put me in your favorites, subscribe. I don't know, do everything that you can to help me and to help you to wake up more people. Very, very important. And please join our Ho'oponopono family, mabelkatz.com/member. I will put again, yes, I will put again the class for $10 today, Live in Harmony. So it will give you more information about living in harmony and happier. mabelkatz.com/happiness. I'm going to say goodbye to you with a piece of eye, if you want to say it with me. And I will have it open here just in case, because lately I've been having trouble. Peace be with you, all my peace, the peace that is I, the peace that is I am, the peace for now, forever, the peace for always, now and forever and evermore. My peace I give to you, my peace I live with you. Not the world's peace, only my peace, the peace of I. God bless you guys. I love you. Please take good care of yourself, and please choose happiness. Bye.